Okay, before we start, you'll notice that the webcam in the upper left-hand corner is pretty small to see. I did not notice before, but you can actually make it larger and expand it. I did not notice until afterwards. I'm so sorry. You're going to have to deal with it, but I'll know that for next time. But anyway, enjoy the video. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my first movie review video at last. And in this video, I will be reviewing the movie that I saw a couple of Fridays ago called Truth or Dare. And just to let you all know, there is a spoiler alert now in session because there will be spoilers all throughout this video. So please keep that in mind. And also, there are timelines in the description below for the different sections. If you already saw it or just want to see my reaction, you can skip to it in the description below if you would like to. And this is your final warning for spoilers. There will be spoilers in this video. So if you haven't seen it and are wanting to, get out now while you still can. So let's get this started, shall we? All right, so let's give a brief summary of the movie. And I'm basically going to be reading the script. That way I don't mess up. So that's why I keep looking down, just to let y'all know. Okay, so basically, a group of teens decide to go to Mexico for spring break. And along the way, they meet a guy named Carter. He then invites them all to hang out at an abandoned building out in the middle of nowhere. Why would you trust this guy? I know I wouldn't. And then the game begins, where they play the famous game as everyone knows today, Truth or Dare. Unfortunately, Carter was only doing this so he could survive and to pass on the game to strangers like them. And the girl in the picture that I just put up is Olivia, with Lucas in the background. And I will get back to the characters momentarily. And you know what? The game follows them home, as you see in that picture. But this is no ordinary Truth or Dare game, like we all know. Now, you are required to do the dare or tell the truth. Otherwise, you die. Huh? What? It's funny. You don't think it's funny? Whatever. Apparently people don't think it's funny to do an evil laugh, but I think so. Fine, enough is enough. All right. Anyway, so then they all become haunted by people wearing disturbing smiles, saying over and over again, truth or dare. However, when two truths are made in a row, the next person has to pick dare or they die. Simple as that, but also dangerous and deadly. And as a result of this game, relationships start to divide. And 4 out of 7 people in that group are now dead. And so the 3 that are remaining are Olivia, her former best friend Marky, and Marky's former boyfriend Lucas decide to go back to where it all began in Mexico. See what I did with the sign there? Looks haunted and it's facing the other way because they're going back. All right, so now we move on to the ending. So they find Carter and force him to go with them to finish it once and for all. Unfortunately, Lucas ultimately sacrifices himself in order for Marky to live on. So he tries to kill himself with a pocket knife because he unfortunately refuses to do the dare in order to sacrifice him, which I just said. And he unfortunately kills Carter and himself in the process. And with all hope now lost, Olivia decides to turn to her YouTube followers. She's actually a really good YouTuber. She vlogs a lot of the time. And just see the movie. It's fantastic. Anyway, so she turns to her YouTube followers for support and says the 3 most unforgettable lines within the movie. She says, truth or dare. And as a result, The game starts over. And now, all the people watching are now a part of the game. The end. That's all. That's all. That's all the movie. I mean, it is a pretty good ending, but also it seems like there should be more, which is why I want to move on to the possible sequel. So, there's a debate going on online. I don't know if it is, but I'm just trying to make it up. Anyway, so will Universal and Blumhouse Pictures do a part 2 of Truth or Dare, or will they just leave it alone? So here's my personal opinion. So personally, I think they should leave it alone because they ended it perfectly with the game still going on, and it will keep going on forever and ever until, I don't know, they might figure out a way. I have no idea. I just like the ending. It will just keep going on and on and on like a chain reaction. It will never stop unless they decide to. That could be the part 2, but I highly doubt they will have one. All right, so let's get into the critics and audience review scores. So now that I don't need my script, I'll put this over here. All right, so this is Rotten Tomatoes, which I kind of trust. Most people trust it, but I don't really. So if you look over here on the left, you see the critic score is a 15% out of 100%, which is very low for Rotten Tomatoes. And as you see here below, it says the average rating is 3.6 out of 10 with 122 reviews. 18 are fresh with 104 being rotten. That is just not good. And here's what most critics said about it. Truth or Dare's slick presentation isn't enough to make this a mediocre horror outing much more frightening than an average round of the real-life game. That still doesn't make any sense. It was completely original, and it was super scary, and I'll get back to that in just a few minutes during my review. And we're almost there, people. We're almost there if you stick with me. Just saying. If you stick with me, we're almost to my review. And here we go with the audience score. 18% liked it, which is just a little bit higher than critics, but not that much. And the average rating is 1.6 out of 5, and there are over 1,500 ratings for audiences. I don't know why people liked it. It's so original, it's entertaining, and I will get back to that momentarily too. However, I trust Fandango the most. And this is why I trust them most, because fans gave it 3.5 out of 5, which is considerably greater than the audience score Rotten Tomatoes. So if you're looking for a movie to decide on the fan ratings, go to Fandango. It's a free app on the App Store, or you could search it up on your computer. And the same for Rotten Tomatoes, 15% for critics. All right, so here's the moment you've all been waiting for, my personal review. So let's get into it. Okay, this is one of the best horror movies I've seen in a long time. I hadn't been getting into horror movies until quite recently, a few months ago. Even the cheesiest ones that are like horribly received, they still scare me. Just like this one, it's horribly received, it scared me so much. And that's why I love horror movies so much. They're scary, they're entertaining, they have a little bit of comedic purposes, and the stories are all good, in my opinion, of course. And this is why it makes it so good. And back to what I was saying, it has a great story, it was well written, and it kept me interested throughout the entire movie. Literally on the edge of my seat the entire film. It kept me so interested. And I enjoyed all of the Truth or Dare parts of the plot. And the death scenes of everyone except Marky and Olivia were well planned out, I have to admit. And I didn't even expect half of them, to be honest, because I thought they would be earlier in the film. But it turns out it happens a lot later in the film, which actually surprised me quite a bit. All right, part 2 of the personal review. The jump scares. Oh my gosh, where do I begin with that? Okay, they were absolutely terrifying. I saw it with my friend Landon. He knew it was coming. He was like this. Oh my gosh, he knew I was going to scream. I literally screamed almost every time they had one. I get scared super easily. And when I play horror games or my Let's Play series, you're gonna love it. I'm gonna scream every time there's a jump scare. I know they're coming. I just don't know when. I mean, sometimes I know they're coming, but then again, I don't know how they're gonna happen. That's what gets me. And on the subject of that, I updated my About section on my channel, so go check that out if you want. And I would definitely recommend this to anyone who loves horror films. They will enjoy it, and so will you. I mean, if you enjoy horror movies, of course. And go watch it while it's still in theaters, because if you wait for it on demand or digital or Blu-ray or DVD, it's just not the same with the surround sound in the theaters. Plus, it just gives a sense of terror and horror in the film, because it's literally you have to go down the stairs and exit and here you could just pause it. It just isn't really fair in my opinion. And that's basically a wrap for this video. That's the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and are looking forward for more of these review videos in the near future. And here's something special regarding that. Comment down below which movies you want me to watch at the theater and review afterwards. I know I'm going to be seeing Avengers Infinity War, not this weekend because they're all sold out. Hopefully next weekend or the week after that, because they're just sold out. I really want to see this so badly. I'm going to review it right after I film it. Anyone who likes Marvel should watch it. I know that. And yeah, that is basically much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye. Subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video or are looking forward for more of these review videos in the near future. And pick one of these on the right for more videos. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.